Hello everybody and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Yes, thank you for joining us for the final offering of what I believe has been a pretty awesome day. I've been over on QVC Extra, of course. That's where I was earlier, so I missed all the shenanigans with Zig and Zag, but I hear that the brand new launch has gone down a storm. I also hear you've been having a lot of fun. Well, I hear that you've been having a lot of fun I heard you were having a lot of fun, particularly on Wake Up Call earlier on this morning when I was being, hello, yes, very, very, very serious over on QVC. Hello, yes, welcome to the presentation. My name is Ben Moseby, and all I heard from the other studio was, happy birthday to you.
It was Leanne.
Oh dear. The walls are, the lovely Sheena is here, by the way. The walls are just paper thin, aren't they? That's the problem.
There ain't any walls, and part of it, we're just like, doors were open, and I couldn't see, in my defence, I couldn't see the doors were open. You know, it's not like I'm loud, is it?
Why were you singing Happy Birthday in the side of Mrs. Miller?
Well, because it was someone's birthday.
Yep.
And it's just a thing I normally do, because you can sing Happy Birthday with much more gusto, as you all know.
Yeah.
If your eardrums are kind of like, you know, the perforations in them now, thanks to me, in the style of Mrs. Miller, because that's, I believe, how she would have sung Happy Birthday.
Yeah. I only wish I could have heard it better.
To you. Yeah.
It's been a hard day's night. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Mrs. Miller. We're here to tell you we've got a fantastic show lined up. As a by the by as well, we must take care of business, which wasn't taken care of in the last show as to what was demo of the show. But let me tell you, there is loads over on the website. We've got our best basket deals for you that you might want to check out. In essence, 3 absolutely fantastic goodie bags that you can get your hands on. And so I believe we have got free US shipping today with a $50 spend, which is rather good if you're going for the showstopper, because I believe that is over $50. So that is all to think about, all to jump in and fill your baskets with. Just before we move on as well, thank you for all your votes in the last show. The winner of demo of the show from launch was actually number 3, where you drew the line.
I drew the line again. I drew the line, indeed.
It's a popular
Leanne
technique.
hadn't seen draw the line.
No, really?
No. And I like Leanne's like products, you know, that, yeah, she liked it a bit, it's fair to say.
Okay.
She was quite enthusiastic.
Yeah, well, as we heard. So that will be voted for later on. Oh, just before we get on to the brand new Sheena goodies as well, we are bringing back Essentials Corner tonight as well. So we plan to chat around some of the items on the show. So we will be chatting about the aqua markers, we will be chatting about sparkle pens, and also we'll be chatting around the paintbrushes that we've got on the show as well. If there's anything that you want to ask during that little section of the show, which will probably be the last 20 minutes or so, get your questions in. We'll compile a big list and we will tackle all of those with Sheena towards the end of the show. So get in touch, whether it be Facebook or indeed YouTube, and we will fire all those questions, plus chat around all of these goodies in Essentials Corner in around about, I don't know, an hour and a half time. But we are here to talk about this brand new launch, the Timeless Leaves collection. I will take you through all of the different deals in just a second, but let's have a look at this. Oh, yes, before we get started as well, sorry, the stock update on this. If you do want to go for the showstopper, I believe we have, is it just over 100? Let's have a look and see. Just under 100, 97 chances left to get the showstopper. It's a fantastic deal. It's your free shipping if you're in the US today. And basically, you're going to get everything that Sheena is about to show you. Plus, you will get your 8x8 stamping platform and magnetic base and some of your cardstock for just £15 or $15. Should be costing you an extra £32 or $49. I'll get into that in more details in just a second. Plus, we'll say a few hellos, but let's have a look at this glorious collection. And again, Sheena, in essence, it's kind of your dies and your stamps and your embossing folder all coming together to work as one.
Absolutely. Well, this actually was designed before the snowflakes.
Oh,
this
was it really?
First. Yeah, what came first? The leaf or the snowflake? The leaf. And yeah, and Leanne loved it. She said, wow, we've known a Christmas one like that as well. I went,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So the idea is that it's the same kind of concept, and it's based around that double exposure concept. You know, we have like a photo and then a photo within a photo with a shape. So this is the shape this time, this large leaf, and it was drawn that way. It's a pretty leaf, but it was drawn specifically so it would fit a lot of detail inside it. It was no good having too much detail or a little thin leaf. You wouldn't get much in there. So you've got the dies. That's the die that carries you through all of the rest of the collection. The next thing that we're going to look at is the embossing folder. So you've got the complete embossing folder. If you just completely emboss the whole thing, that's what you're going to get. So it's kind of a card ready to just put a message on there, to be honest. But what you can do, and what it was designed for, is you would cut out this leaf here. So you cut that out of your card, then you'd put it back in the folder just where the leaf is here, and then you'd put it through your Gemini, and you'll get a leaf cut out that is also veined. Looks really cool. So that's the kind of the framework for it. But then we've got stamps that will take you all through the year. Winter, spring, summer,
Love
and
it.
fall. All you got to do is call.
Oh, it's nearly there.
Yeah,
But I'll be there, yes I will.
Oh, I knew
You
it.
got a friend.
Yeah, I see. And then I was saying, yeah, there you go. You want to segue into, though, you got a friend in me. That one, doesn't it? Go for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, that was it. So that was a thing. But I knew it was a gift to Ben. Yeah, bless him. So we've got the full image here. But as the snowflakes had, you've got other images. If I can fit them on, you've got more. You've got the stag standing alone there, and the mistletoe.
Oh, yes.
And the wording. So they're big enough for stamps in their own right. So don't think they're just like, extra things there. They are great. You'll see, we've got samples to show you where if you want to make smaller format cards, you're covered with this collection too. So notelets, tags, and a squirrel.
I love the squirrel.
Little squirrel.
Squirrel.
He's great, isn't he? Squirrel. And so you've got the smaller squirrel. So again, he can go on a little stopper bit of the card, on the envelope, wherever, and appropriate wording throughout. So you've got your autumn or your fall.
Yeah.
Then you've got your spring with the cherry blossom.
That's
Just an abundance
beautiful.
of cherry blossom there. Really pretty. And then we have the one that if you got the bundle and you were in the US on HSN.
Oh, this wasn't available on HSN,
you
was
didn't
it?
get this.
No, how'd you like them apples?
This is the one you were wrong. How do you like them apples? Exactly. Hey. That's the one you want, guys. So, like the rooftops and the snowflakes, that was the one that you didn't get in the bundle. This is the one you didn't get then. So you can obviously get that separately if you have got the bundle from HSN. But they're all the stamps. Would you like to see some inspiration?
Yes, please.
Alrighty. They're under here. Bear with. I have a plethora of them.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll
Inspire
start
me.
with this one here. So I'm just going to go through as quickly as I can, and I know it's a beautiful beginning, so I will give you a little heads up if there's something I think you need to know, that if you're a beginner. So this was coloured in with the Spectrum Aquas that we have on the show, so just so as you know that's that there. But you'll see the background is also embossed. If I tilt that, maybe you can see it, maybe not, we'll show you on another card. This was the Draw the Line. So the beauty of this as well is think about all the cards that you've got at home, all the stamps you've got at home, that you can just literally cut the leaf shape out and make your own aperture leaf shape cards as well. This was another one that we've demonstrated today. You see the veining on the actual leaf. You can that's been painted, then run through to put the veins on the leaf as well.
Beautiful.
It really gives that extra bit of detail. Love this as well.
Love
this
this
is
squirrel.
just, look at that background.
Oh,
Ben.
wow.
Doesn't that work great with that? That's from the luxury card pack.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of your metallics, all your mirror cards and everything, that's how cool they're going to look. So there's literally nothing to do. You just put them through the folder and you're good to go. It's good, isn't it?
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got, look, the winter there. Gorgeous.
Ooh,
So if you
yes.
like the inky, salty type backgrounds, all those techniques, perfect for that. Another spring one there, a little bit quirkier.
I love the little swirls as well, so you've created like
Oh,
a frame with that there
Absolutely,
as well,
the swirls are so cool because you can make them look like they're joined up or they can be random and just swirling around the leaf. This is so pretty. Pastel, if you want to go pastel, all you're going to do is use your pens that are on the show and add more water so they go further. When I'm in a chicken dinner, little stepper card there, really cute with a little squirrel. And oh, I love this. Look at this. Check that out.
Oh, wow.
That not a Christmas card or what? That's a Bobby Dazzler, isn't it?
That is a Bobby Dazzler.
In amongst all the other Christmas cards, it's big stakes, it's high competition. It's brutal out there in the card world of Christmas, let me tell you. Dog eat dog
It's
in
a
the
dog,
card
nearly said
world.
that's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
So, yeah, you've got a chance with this one. I got your back.
I got your back.
So, and then you've got back to spring again. Look, it's pretty with a little bit of decoupage on there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love this. This one looks, isn't that like the height of summer?
Does.
Height of summer.
That's producer Nicola's favourite, the apple,
yeah,
she said.
Nicola loves that one. I think it's because she's like, you're there, aren't you, Nicola? Strawberries and your Pims or whatever. Yeah, lovely. Bit of cider maybe with the apples there.
Cider.
Bit of cider.
Nice bit of cider.
And then we've got, oh, look at the side of that card.
Oh.
Oh, cloud with a squirrel on the bottom there.
Squirrel.
They had to pan up. It was like Star Wars, wasn't it? Where it comes in from the shot. They're going to come in that way and that one. And a galaxy far, far away. There you go. And then that one, again with that metallic background. I love that. Looks so cool with that mirror card.
Does look amazing on the mirror card.
That is a few of the cards. We're using the large image. Let me show you a couple with the smaller image.
Okay.
Oh, there's more cards under there. I didn't even pick them all up. I'm just going to pick a few up here just so you can see. But look, that's using the smaller image there. Cool. So don't think they all have to be like the big full-on main leaf image. These other stamps I've included for you make beautiful cards in their own right.
And I think you did it last time with the snowflake collection, like having the bigger image on the outside and then almost like stamping those onto your insert.
Yes.
As well.
Yes, absolutely perfect. This one here.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Really pretty. That was Leanne's favourite. Every time I love that one.
Pretty.
She loved that one. And then this one, and actually she did love this one as well. So you can see you can use the other elements as well. They're just so, that mistletoe is a great stamp, I've got to say. She says she thinks that might be her favourite ever mistletoe stamp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And she also said she thinks I've peaked with this collection, which means that I might as well retire now.
So you can not coming in next
Not
Wednesday?
bothering. Ain't bothered.
Bothered?
I'm bothered, yeah.
Bothered?
Bothered.
I'm bothered. Me?
I'm
Bothered?
bothered.
No. Listen, thank you so much for all the questions already coming in. We will compile these and do them as a little Q&A later on. So if you have asked a question, stick with us. We will answer them towards the end of the show. Few hellos, and we'll get into this. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials tonight, and Paul Peterson says hello from a warm South Texas. It's 105 degrees there now. That's 40C.
105 degrees, that's just silly.
That is too.
We had those crazy temperatures last week, and I wasn't a happy camper, I've got to say. There's a limit to how warm you want it. I don't, 30.
30's too much.
30 was too much.
Do you want it late 20s is enough, isn't it?
Yeah, just sensible cut-off point.
Cena Dawson says, afternoon everyone from Allentown, PA, Pennsylvania.
Allentown, great one. Didn't Billy
Joel wrote a song about Allentown? I think he did.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, listening to it in my head.
Yeah. Lois Skiathetis says, good afternoon everyone from Ohio. Robbie Hedrick says, cannot wait to see... What?
Down by the banks of the Ohio. Olivia sang about that one.
Who?
Olivia.
Olivia?
Olivia Newton-John.
Ohio?
Yeah, down by the banks.
I don't know
Ohio.
we'll get another one in a minute. Robbie Hedrick says, can't wait to see what Sheena has up her sleeve in this show. Hello, everyone. Ellen Hayes says, hello from Virginia. West Virginia.
My mama.
Take me home.
Country road.
Dan Cadman says, hi and good evening, everyone. Hello. Wendy Graham says, good evening, Ben, Sheena, team, social and CTV and all the crafters. Christine Mahoney says, well, who's this doing the presenting? Oh, I have been working today. I've just been on the other channel over here. That's all. Yeah. Sherry Miller says, hello, lovely Sheena and darling Ben.
Oh, you're darling.
Darling.
I'm lovely though.
Darling.
Cheers, Sherry.
And Carolyn Hermley Cooey says, Sheena, you are so talented. You and your stamps are just so amazing. Thank you for sharing so much information today. And hello, Ben. So glad to see you today.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Hey, Gretchen Diffie from Arkansas says, Sheena always makes me feel like I can be an artist. You can do it, especially when you've got like product like this. And Denise Starr says, hello, everyone. Good to have Ben back. Thank you. I've been watching all morning and I did get the squaddle from HSN, but watching the master, I've decided to get the rest. Yeah, remember, if you did shop on HSN, you won't have got the apples. How do you like them apples? You can grab these apples today if you do like the apples, because of course everything is available for you individually. The leaf, says Vera Kimmel, would make a pretty tag. And Evelyn Kiefer says, I'm going to attempt to make the card with the stag for my son's birthday next month. Candy and Lucille and also Evelyn got your questions. We're going to tackle them at the end of the show, unless it's something actually specific to what sort of Sheena's doing now. We'll pile all those questions up and do those in the Central's Corner a little bit later on. But if you do want to go for the showstopper, the numbers are ticking down for you here. £68 or $76 for everything that Sheena has just shown you. Plus, you will get, well, core craft room tool, one that everybody chats about. This on its own is like 25 quid, $35. So you're getting that included in the bundle. How handy that we're giving you that. alongside the kit, all the stamps that you're going to be able to use alongside this, and we're then going to give you your watercolour card included as well. Basically works out, you're paying an extra £15 for 32, well sorry, you should be paying £32 or $49, and you're paying just £15. And if you're looking at this and thinking, well, actually, I've already got one of these stamping platforms. I would say to you, you know what? You've got one to maybe, well, there you go. I've just heard Leanne's got 3. I was going to say you've got one for your craft room, one maybe if you go away and, I don't know, go to the caravan, one for upstairs, one for downstairs. I mean, for the extra 15, why would you not do this? And even if you've already got one of these, you could gift it to somebody for Christmas, somebody perhaps who wants to get into stamping, maybe the kids or the grandkids. You know, we all need more watercolour cardstock. So I would stretch and go for the showstopper if you can. Of course, if you just want to go for the stamps on their own, or the stamps and dies and embossing folder on their own, you can. And if you just want to go for individuals, you can. But the best value for money is here. And I can see in the first 16 minutes of the show, we have already seen another 4 go out the door. So 93 chances left on that showstopper. So do jump in quick. Christine says, I saw you on QVC Extra, Ben. I was watching you and Craig, but still, you're a stranger to this channel and I don't like it. Lol.
There you go.
Well, great news, Christine. I'm back all day tomorrow with Craig Laird. So, we'll see you there. But I'm here all tonight as well with the lovely Sheena, who is just about ready to inspire us. Looking over your side of the studio, I can see you're all ready to go, and you've got all of your swatches there as well. Yeah,
I've got everything. I've got everything I need. What can I say? I'm happy. I'm happy camper. I thought we would we'd go wintry for this one.
Oh, okay.
We haven't done a full winter one yet, and it gives us a good chance to show you some really pretty techniques. So, firstly, this bit of the card's been prepared here. Stamped with matted and layered, stamped with silver embossing powder already. There you go. So that's all ready to commence with. So the first thing, let me show you the folder. So I've got the some black card here.
Yep.
I've got the embossing folder, and I am simply going to pop that in there. I've already trimmed it aside, so I'm kind of straightening it up a little bit, just so that it just saves time, so that we can move on a little bit more. And I am going to pop that there and there. And then we'll pop this through there. Like this. And this is just going to emboss the thing. So the thing is, one of the most impressive things I've ever done and ever used. And there's other gilding waxes out there, but nothing's like the Pebble gilding wax. This Pebble gilding wax on black card is a winner chicken dinner every time. It just is brilliant. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some silver this time. Now, somebody was talking about earlier, and I have to say I am a black belt in gilding wax.
Black belt in gilding wax.
3rd Dan.
Oh.
Because I don't know what that means, but I'll take it.
It's good.
It's good. I thought that right, yeah?
Yeah.
Dan. Yeah.
Dan.
So, reason being, I went to Moseby with Leanne many moons ago and we saw this and we went, we want this, we take this back. But I taught so many workshops on how to apply this effectively. And I've got to tell you, the best way I like to do it is just put it on with your finger, baby wipe takes it off, flatten it over your finger like that so there's hardly any on, and then very, very lightly, gently drag over the surface. If you try to hurry it up or you've got little bits of like splodgy bits on the thing, it's not flat to your finger, those splodgy bits will get onto the card and they won't go away again. So always just take a little bit, flatten it out again, and then follow that same pattern.
Can I ask as well, because I notice you use your index finger.
Yes.
But a lot of the time I see other people either use potentially their ring finger.
Yeah.
Is it?
I just find there's more control because it kind of like my pointy finger. You know, it's my drawing finger as well. If I'm drawing, that's the finger that's controlling.
Do you not have a tendency to press too hard with it though?
No, I tend not to. But like I said, that's it. Because I'm taking most of it off and I'm using the flat of my finger and gently kind of almost as if you're kind of dusting above the surface of the thing. I'm even going to do the leaf here just so you can see that how the whole thing would look embossed. Even though I'm going to cover that leaf over, you can see how there's no gloopy bits on there.
Yeah.
It's completely evenly covered. There's nothing, if you get a splodge, you see the thing is if you get a splodge with your gilding wax, you can't do anything about it, it's on there. You can't like kind of lose it.
Yeah.
So, but that there, I'm very, very happy with.
Very pretty.
But the thing is, I'll be happier in a minute or two's time. Even, I'm going to go try it now. But if you can leave it a minute or two, it's better. Because what you're going to do then, if you look at it, it's got some reflection.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you then polish it...
All buff it up.
Yeah, because this is metal, right? Now, back in the day, I've had all my demo things for TV shows made in the boot of the car overnight. And when I've taken them out the next day to show on a show, because they've been in the cold car overnight and I've picked them out, they've been cold and they felt like metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you would think it was, because it is metal, it's bonded to the card. That's metal now, bonded to that card. So you'll be able to see the shine on it. Absolutely, don't think this is just an unnecessary step. This is the essential step, because when you look at it now, look at the...
Oh, the difference is night and day there, isn't it? Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
So that's the quickest, easiest background you can do there. And that's
love that.
The first bit we've got ready. So that will there stick onto there.
Yeah.
Ready for the next stage. In fact, we'll do that now. And then I'll have it tidy up, Ben, if I can. And
Yeah,
we'll do that as we go.
Yeah. Carlene just said, babysitting, may not comment as often, but I've ordered the showstopper this morning and I have not received it yet, with laughing faces. Well, I know our new delivery's quick, but it's not that quick. And Lillian says, hello everyone, hello Sheena, and is it Bob? Ben? It's Ben. I've only been away for a few days.
What was the name again?
What's his name? John, is it? Steve? Dave? You've been having a lot of fun today, I know, with Leanne and Sheena. I heard it all. I heard what was going on. And have you been doing leaf puns as well? Have I?
We were doing leaf songs. People were saying leaf songs. We did leaf puns as well. Like, leaf it out.
Oh, leaf it out, mate. Oh, that was wake up. Oh, sorry. Oh,
leaf it out.
because that's more a wake up call thing. Yeah, get with the programme. Yeah. Wake up call.
We did.
That's so
and then we did leaf songs,
6
but
hours
we
ago.
were out. We could only think of like...
Leaf songs?
Leaf songs, yeah. Songs with leaves in them. Yeah, see, it's not easy, is it? I am the playlist queen with stuff like that. I love that game. It's great. It's bad because I insist on singing them back to the person who's playing, which they don't love as much, but I'm happy. So
I'll think of some as we go.
Think on.
Yeah.
Think on that, Ben.
Right. Yes.
So, should we do a bit of stamping?
Let's do it.
Right, so we've got the card here, watercolour card. The card that you get in the pack, fantastic. That's a great bundle because,
it is.
To be honest, it's what I would put in the bundle.
Yeah.
Because you've seen me use this repositionable, the magnetic, all the time. This is the one I go to. This or me extra large rocker block.
Well,
they're my go-tos. That's it. So, and as you say, if you've already got one, two's great because you have two lined up if you're doing batch making cards. The other thing is, of course, Christmas being around the corner, you could always gift the other one as well.
yeah, exactly. Right. And the equivalent of getting that for 15 quid.
Super generous, yeah.
Is incredible.
How generous would you look?
And, well, exactly right. Super generous this year.
So, to mention as well, these stamps, Leanne was super excited when she said, you know what we're going to do, Sheena? Because you're back, we're going to give you the absolute best, the top notch, the can't get any better material for your stamps. And I thought, that'll do for me. And that is indeed what we've got. We've got photopolymer. Photopolymer. You know what? I've got this card here and it is not big enough, is it? Can you see whichever way I'm going, I simply just can't quite make it work.
It's just whilst you're getting some bigger cardstock, it's worth just jumping in on that. So photopolymer, for people who are new on Beautiful Beginnings, that's like the top level of your stamps, is it?
It absolutely is, Ben. It's the one that, it's got this, I'm going to cut this because it was a little bit too long, guys, so I'll just cut that in. So basically, it's got the strength and the detail of your rubber stamps.
Yeah.
You know, your rubber stamps. But you have got obviously the transparency of your acrylic. So it's the best of every world. That's better. I feel happy about that. Okay? So I'm going to.
You didn't leave enough room last time.
I didn't leave enough. Yeah. Right. So there, I'm going to pop that on there like that, and then we are going to stamp it. And I'm going to use the waterproof. The finesse. Important that we use the waterproof because we're using a water-based product to colour it in. Watercolour card, waterproof ink, and I'm going to use, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to use the rustic brown. I'm going to use the rustic brown.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
I've been using flagstone, and I just like the idea of rustic brown for this one.
Work nice for the leaf.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Yeah.
You know, black's good as well, but I think if you want, I like a little bit kind of softer kind of line.
Yeah. Just whilst we're watching Sheena stamp, apologies to our Facebook crew, I believe, or, well, I say I believe, I know, because I was actually looking at Facebook myself. Facebook disappeared for a bit, apparently. So apologies for that if you were watching on Facebook, but we're back now, and obviously you would know that because you're now watching again. But yeah. Apologies for the break in transmission, but we're back on Facebook. Were YouTube affected? Oh, YouTube were good. YouTube have been good. Facebook, apologies, but we're back. Back again. Facebook's back. Tell a friend.
Yay.
Look at this.
So that now, we didn't even have to go over, even though we've got the repositionable.
Yeah.
I've got the line good enough there to now work with. So now we shall paint these here now, these here things. And I need to pick out the colours I need.
Okay.
So the best way to do that is with the colour charts. Well, we need to show you the pens now.
Oh, yes.
We need to take you through that because if you haven't got these yet, why?
And then on a buy two, get one free as well today.
Oh, what? You kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
What?
Well, I look like I'm kidding.
What? You don't look like you're kidding. You
No.
look 100% serious. Yeah. Well, in that case, can I give it, do we have a choice on sets? Are all of them available? Or
All of them. Well, I've got the floral, I've got the nature and the primary in my set of 36.
Okay. Floral, nature, primary. Right. Okay.
But you use what you need to use.
Well, here's the thing. I would say definitely if you're going to buy, I would say primaries and nature of those two would be my go-tos. Because with your primaries, you can make any colour. And with your nature, you've got the more neutral colours. You've got bolder, which is really dark, almost kind of a black colour. So yeah, that would be my go-to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out the colours I need for this anyway. So let's use this set. Let's use those two. Let's focus mostly on those two. So I'm going to use a dark blue. I'm going to use navy from the primary set. And I'm going to use maybe a bit of teal as well from the primary set. And then I will also use from the, I tell you what, I think we're going to stick with that set. I'm going to use some chestnut. I'm going to use some boulder. And we'll see how we get on there. And possibly a little bit of desert. Okay, let's see. Let's start with that. Leaf-wise, we will use, I'm just going to use the other set as well because I can. I'm going to, Ben.
Do it.
I'm going to do it.
Last show of the day.
I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. We'll use those two as well. Okay, so I've got the colours out. What I'm going to do, what I would say is make yourself a colour chart. Now, if you haven't seen these pens before, let me show you what they look like. You'll find there's a band on one side, and that side is the side that if you take the lid off that side, you know you've got a bullet nib like that. Bullet nib. Like that, bullet nib. So great for detail, putting detail back on, or line work, or swirlies, or anything like that. On the other side, you've got your brush nib, which is a lovely fine with a light pressure.
Yeah.
Or you can do light pressure to heavy pressure.
Oh, yeah.
So those of you who are liking your brush lettering and things will love that. More often than not, though, I'm going to scribble, and they're so soft, these nibs, and they don't fray. Don't think they're going to like split or anything. They're really, sturdy. So, but what I'm going to do most of the time is scribble and then paint with that. So let's do this mistletoe to start with. Let's start with that mistletoe. So let's put that. We'll scribble some of this meadow here. Okay. Like that.
Now, which one's that collection?
That one's from the floral.
Floral. Oh, yeah, meadow.
Yeah. And I'm using some leaf green.
Leaf green, of course.
Yeah, from that set.
Same one, yeah.
And then I am going to take my Royal and Langnickel.
Royal and Langnickel.
Round brush number 6. And I'm going to take some of this lighter colour and just say that, yeah, that'll work. That'll do nicely. It's a lighter undercoat for the mistletoe. And then we'll start just popping a little bit of this lighter green on these leaves like this. Those aqua markers, bottom of your screen. Primary, floral, nature. I'll show you them in a minute. And the Royal Langnickel brushes are also in a deal with the palette. By the way, the platinum price on the aqua markers, just over £1 a pen. I mean, that's ridiculous, that, isn't it? Leave it at. Phenomenal. Yeah. Hey? Leave it at. Yeah. That is really, that's superb, isn't it? It is superb. Superb. Right, I'm going to use a bit of this very pale green and just go around these little berries just a little bit on the outside. If you look at where I've got the shading, you'll see there's little very, very fine almost cross hair, kind of fine hair like cross hatching around there, and then pop a little bit there. There you go. And then pop a little bit like that.
Beautiful. I'm just hearing there's a bit of chat on Facebook saying the reason Facebook dropped off was it couldn't believe that I was on the show today.
Oh.
I am here. I was here blooming nearly every day. Like, I've only been off for a few days. Oh, you guys missed me, right?
Bless
I
them.
think. But you know what they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. It is true, that isn't it?
True that. So I've put that little hint of that greeny colour around the berries there. And now what I'm going to do is go in with this darker green and just paint in the darker areas, drag it around some of the under part of that leaf. Then I'm wetting the brush and I'm just blending it a little bit.
Okay.
So same thing. So pick up some of the green. We'll do this one. Put a little bit of the darker colour there like this and just drag it around. And then we'll go in with some water again and blend it just like that.
It's such a cool concept that you've come up with, both these and the snowflakes. I love the idea of, well, it all working together, but then having that kind of, that aperture, that shape to put your scenes in.
Yeah.
Where did that idea come from?
It came from that double exposure photography, which also led me to a range I did a bit back with stencils.
Right.
And which you would stamp inside the stencil, but it was much bigger cards and much more kind of time-consuming concept. It was great. It was very successful, and we were, people were loving doing it. But I thought it would be nice to have something we're using different materials that would make it maybe quicker and more accessible. And so that was like the natural progression to that one. So we've got the mistletoe done there. We'll put a little bit of brown on there, which I've picked out some here. We've got Boulder, which is like a greeny brown, but I'm going to mix that in with a little bit of the chestnut. That old one there. And then I'm going to just mix them so they're a bit paler, and then pop a little down on the little bit darker onto the underside of the branch and a little bit lighter at the top.
Yeah. And
then just a little, just to give it a little bit of contouring.
Just had Stephanie ask how many showstoppers are left. How many we got left? Oh, Nicola's just doing the calculation, Stephanie. So, hang fire. She's got her abacus out. We're going old school. 85. Gonna have to be quick. Just under an hour and a half to go. If you want to get the showstopper, gives you all the stamps, the dies, the embossing folder, and of course you get your stamping platform. 8x8 stamping platform and magnetic base, plus the card stock as well. £68, $76, free US shipping as well, which we must keep hammering on about for today. So a brilliant way to get this home and not pay that extra shipping as well, which is blooming marvellous. So yeah, jump in and grab. Only 85 chances left to get the showstopper. Then you'll be down to grabbing the collection individually, so go as fast as you can. And of course, if you want to go individually, you can. And if you want the stamp with those beautiful apples on, you can get those individually as well. I know a lot of people going for those individually because they weren't available on HSN. Thank you, Sherry Miller, who says, we have mistletoe growing wild high up in our trees.
Oh, cool.
I don't think I've ever seen mistletoe growing wild.
Oh, I have. There's loads in Evesham on a couple of the roads.
Oh, is
and
there?
When I first moved there, I thought they were birds' nests.
Oh.
And they were these big bed nests in the high. They looked like vultures' nests, I've got to be honest, the birds. I wouldn't want to come across the bird that would have made a nest this big. Apparently it was mistletoe. It was like this, growing high in the tree, like big, huge clumps.
Oh, it looked like a nest.
It looked like a nest. And I thought, you know, like no twitcher, but I thought it was a bird's nest. But on second thought, thinking how big that bird would have been, Ben, to build that nest, I wouldn't want to come across it. So it was actually mistletoe, yeah.
So I need to come to Evesham then if I want to...
Evesham, loads of it. But you'll have to, you also bring a lumberjack with you or something because they're very high up the tree.
Bring a what?
Lumberjack. You know, I am a lumberjack.
I thought you said bring a lone badger with you.
A lone badger?
I was like, what? Bring a lone badger?
Yeah,
to do
that's
what exactly?
You need if you want mistletoe over Christmas.
I'm
a lone badger.
I'm a lone badger.
A lone badger, yeah. Don't mess with a lone badger.
Lone badger. Lumberjack, of course.
Lumberjack,
of course.
yeah.
Or a lone badger.
Or a lone badger, absolutely. So we've got that coloured in now. We've got the mistletoe, we've got the berries coloured in. Let's do the sky, because until you get the sky in there, it looks a little bit kind of strange.
Yeah.
So let's do that. And then we'll colour the deer after that. So we've got a bit of navy.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to scribble a bit there. And we're not going to use that as strong as that. That's going to be just at the very top of the picture. And a little bit of this teal as well, which is also super strong. So both of these guys are going to be watered down considerably. So I've just popped some water in them. And that one, maybe about that. So I'll start with this one at the top. And I'm going to just carefully, with my brush, try and follow this outline like this. Just going around. I've just realised I have been cutting them out and then painting them, and I've realised I haven't done that this time.
Oh, no, you haven't?
I haven't.
No.
Doesn't matter, we'll do it this way as well. You'll be able to see both ways. Yeah, either way is fine. All good.
Whilst we're watching you, Valerie Pacini's caved. She says, I've just got the timeless leaves, as I really don't need another stamp platform. Well, it's horses for courses. Whatever you think, however you want to do it. It's entirely up to you.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah. And Lynn Mars says, hello everyone, I'm watching from Chesterfield,
Yay.
land of the best craft shop in the world. This afternoon's visit was tremendous and the staff there are second to none. Oh, we've got some shout outs here, thank you to Sarah, Ali, Katie, Emma and Kat. You and the rest of the team are amazing. Crafters Companion should be so proud of their Chesterfield staff. Well, we are, absolutely. Christine Mahoney, as I said, we've got questions coming in. Generic ones we'll do at the end of the show, but Christine Mahoney says, could you recap on the blues you're using, please?
Sure, Christine. We are using navy and teal.
Right.
So,
navy and teal.
And we're just adding more water as we're going towards the kind of the horizon line.
Yes.
So just so that it gets lighter as we're coming towards the deer and coming down the card. So this is still in the kind of the navy zone here.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking of it like kind of moving across the card, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And another question, which I think I know the answer to. What? He knows the answer to a question. But I'll ask you whilst you're colouring as well. Because so Sue says, so she's obviously watched you stamp. And she says, my stamps never seem to put that much ink on. They seem dry, although new. How can I fix it? Is that potentially a case of Sue's not... Because if you get new stamps, you guys always say you should prep them first, because the first few stamps might not be that crisp.
Exactly. The first impression sometimes is a bit... It's not great.
So how do we get around that?
Dirty them up a bit. But maybe just make sure you go over them. I give mine some kind of like, pressure when I'm stamping.
Yeah.
Make some noise when you're stamping with them.
Make some noise.
Make sure you're getting all that ink on there. And with the repositionable one, of course, the beauty of that is you can go over them again if you haven't got enough on there. So that's your get out of jail there with that. So, but yeah, I just usually make sure I've got plenty of ink on them.
Yeah.
But they are better when they're not brand new, when you've used them a little bit or cleaned them a little bit.
First you don't succeed, stamp, and...
Stamp again.
Stamp again. Laura Gray said, it'd be very amusing to see a badger with a cowboy hat riding a tiny horse. It would be. The lone badger.
Yeah.
And Zoe Carver says, my husband has the gear to climb the trees. Oh, here we go. He has to climb and get mistletoe for Petworth House every year.
Ah, there you go, you see. I'd never seen it growing. And it was like, wow, who knew? Didn't realise it grows on trees.
Is Petworth House like a, what is that, like a National Trust property or something? Sounds like it is.
I don't know, Ben.
I love that though. So he climbs the trees to get the mistletoe.
Yeah. Cool.
Mistletoe fetching services.
Yeah.
Maybe he calls himself the Lone Badger.
Yeah,
Lone Badger mistletoe fetching.
That's right. And if he hasn't yet, I think he should.
He should change his name, yes.
I think so. I think it's wise. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a little bit darker blue on these distant trees here. I'm going to end up putting a bit of white on them as well. So just to give them a bit of definition there, because they're just all going to look a bit like in the distance and a bit kind of tree-shaped like this. And we're doing okay so far. But you see how that mistletoe really pops out when you get the sky done?
Yeah, it does.
And then we'll use a bit more teal colour to just give it a little bit of kind of detail and kind of contouring and kind of as if it's like snow, you know, lying kind of in different bits there, and just pretty.
It's very clever watching you do this, and I know, you know, we're always transfixed and bewildered by what you do, but I think the thing to say is, you know, if people are new, it's a great set to go for, isn't it? And
it is
you know,
fabulous.
Practice makes perfect with this kind of thing, isn't it?
It absolutely is, Ben, because look, I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing it. This is one of Debbie's cards, so I'm using what Debbie's done, and I'm doing it from her card. And this is the other thing to say is, for inspiration, don't think you're on your own. There's, you know, the Inkettes. It's where all these cards are going to be there after the show, so and they're going to be there as long as there's the site's there. We store them in a folder section, and so.
Is that on Facebook? On
Facebook, yeah. So if you join the Sheena's Inkettes Facebook group, it's more of that for my team being there. That's going to benefit you more than my presence, because these are the guys that have made all these fabulous samples, and they're the ones who are. It's kind of their virtual clubhouse, you know.
The virtual
so they hang
clubhouse.
out there, and they help, and that's what they want to do. They want to help you. They want to see you make amazing things, and that's the other thing. You share what you've made. But absolutely, if you want to know how something's done, they're the guys to ask, definitely. So we've got that there. We've got the background. We just need to make these guys here as the main focal point and colour them in. So I'm going to wipe that blue up now, and then we'll get on to colouring the deer. So you have to decide if it's going to be all brown or if there's going to be areas of white on it, and how brown, we'll use it, we'll maybe do a reddy kind of brown. So if you're going to do reddy brown, chestnut's perfect. We'll use that.
That's in nature.
Yes, absolutely. And let me see if we've got a kind of a boulders, it's got that greeny tint to it, to be honest. So I might want to put a little bit of red in that. If I put a little bit of, well, let's try a bit burgundy from the floor. Burgundy.
Burgundy
there.
Ron Burgundy. I'm just reading on the back of the packaging because it tells you the colours in 4 different languages.
Really?
I'm assuming that's French. Yeah, it is. The French for boulder is rocher, as in Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, really?
So they're boulders.
Wow. Might be boulders.
Ferrero boulders. Ferrero Rocher.
Does that mean that they're like boulders, Ferrero boulders?
Well, they are like little boulders, aren't they, Ferrero
yeah.
Rocher? I guess Ferrero, is that not just where it comes from?
Ferrari, nah.
Chestnut is châtaigne. What's the other colour you're using? Chestnut,
I'm using
boulder?
Chestnut, boulder, burgundy. Burgundy.
It will be, won't it? Burgundy. Where's the burgundy? Can't see the burgundy. Is that in one of the other sets?
Oh, it might not be in that set.
I think it was in the one I haven't got.
No. It was from Primaries.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, right in front of me.
You got it?
Yeah.
That's a nice brown, by the way, guys. That is a good discovery. Boulder and burgundy.
Yeah, Bourgogne.
Lovely.
And Rocher.
You get a lovely chocolatey brown. Look, boulder and burgundy. There's my burgundy. Very nice combination.
But Ferrero Rocher are Italian, says Lillian. All right, Lillian. They are. They are.
Oh, yeah.
And stop talking about chocolate, says Rachel. Oh, on day 3 of a diet and doing so well. Well, let's stop talking about that then.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
This is a nice chocolate colour I've just mixed, by the way. Oh, sorry.
Stop saying chocolate.
Oopsie, sorry.
It's a nice brown colour.
Bark brown.
Bark.
Yeah.
Bark brown. It's good.
Yeah.
It says, when Facebook went down, I was in the middle of editing a cheeky comment to Ben, and I thought Rachel had expelled me from the page. We don't do that kind of thing, do we? Block people, or do we? Be nice, everybody, because if I see anything, I'll tell Rachel, block them, block that one, and that one.
That one, yeah, that one's on the list. That's another one on the list. This one's just made the list. That one was about to come off the list, but she's on the list again. We have no viewers anymore.
Oh dear. Wouldn't Burgundy be the same in French? Burgundy is a place in France. That's a good point, Anne. It says on the back here, Bourgogne. Bourgogne. I did A-level French. You'd think I would know that really, wouldn't you? But there we are. Anyway.
Well, so there you go. And when we've been talking about the colours, I've just been carrying on, putting a little bit of colour here, a little bit of colour there.
Yeah.
And leave some white on there as well, because it gives it a bit of a highlight, you know. I think it looks better. We'll use this darker brown for the antlers here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put some snow on the whole thing. Make it look very wintry, very pretty. So antlers there, like that. And we'll bring up the nose again in the features in the deer, so we can see that a bit more, just a little bit there, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
His eyes and a little bit shading around his face.
Yeah. I like the fact you've left a little bit of white there as well.
Yeah, it just
snowy.
gives it, yeah, and if it's a bit too white, you can always go over and just pop a little wash on it just to soften it a little bit. But I think it looks nice with a little bit of the lighter colour there. We can pop if you lose that, you can put a little bit of a white gel pen on if you want, Ben, as well.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, let's cut that out,
Okay.
then we'll put the white on it.
Yeah.
And we'll continue. I'll have a bit of tidy up, Ben, if there's anything to say.
What was the green colour again? Christine's asked. You said
the two that I mixed together.
Yeah.
To make that nice brown. I
Meadow?
used Boulder.
Boulder.
Which looks kind of greeny, to be honest, and Burgundy.
Boulder and Burgundy.
Boulder and Burgundy.
Boulder and Burgundy. There we
Yeah.
go. A late hello, says Veronica, to all. Just to say thankful for the great advice given by fellow crafters and Crafters Companion tonight. I've ordered the Aqua set on offer today. Yes! Simply by listening to Sheena and Leanne. I'd been dithering for ages. Colouring has never interested me since I was a child.
Oh.
So thank goodness for that. Onwards. Absolutely, Veronica, and you'll have a lot of fun with these as well, as you've just seen. The fact that you've got, 36 colours within that set, but you're actually only paying for 24 of them. And, of course, as Sheena's just shown you, you can take these down, pop them on your glass mat, and then create a whole load of different colours with those as well. So just whilst Sheena's getting ready to cut out the stamp, I'll show you them very quickly. These have been very popular today. £36.78 or £52.78 is your platinum price. Remember, free shipping on those as well if you're in the US, because you've got free shipping on a $50 spend, which is amazing. And these are all the colours that you're going to receive. So this is your nature. This is the one that features the Boulder, Rocher, and your chestnuts in there as well, châtain. You've also got sunset, coucher de soleil. I'm not going to do them all. Amber, you've got your fawn, desert, topaz, marine, peacock blue, kingfisher, sea green, and evergreen. You want me to do peacock blue? That is bleu paon, apparently. Then, any others you want me to do? In the floral set, you have got begonia, rose pink, blossom, marigold, jasmine, sunflower, wildflower, oh, I like wildflower, fleur sauvage, savage flower, fleur sauvage.
That'd be a great perfume name.
It would be.
It'll be a really moody advert that you wouldn't have a clue what it was going on about, because that's what they do. What you're advertising,
Yeah.
go on forever. I don't know what it means, but that would be what it would be.
I was thinking it'd be a good name for like a Bond villain, like the temptress.
Do you think it would be a female villain?
Yeah, definitely.
Would be a female villain.
Yeah.
Fleur Sauvage.
Oh yes. Well, hello, Fleur. Fleur Sauvage. You've got heather in there, orchid, leaf green, bud green, and meadow. That makes up, bud green is just, that's vert floral.
Vert
Because vert is green, isn't
Again,
it? So
that's another perfume.
Yeah.
That's a
that's quite a
floral.
happy-go-lucky one, isn't it?
Yeah, vert
Yeah.
floral.
I think you'd have like people sort of like skipping through the meadow, wouldn't you? And,
exactly.
Yeah, making daisy chains and
Little
stuff.
butterflies and things like that. And,
Yeah. So that's your floral. And then your last one, which it's essentially you're getting for free in your aquas, is your primary. So you've got your scarlet, you have got crimson, burgundy, orange, gold yellow, red violet, magenta, purple, navy, teal, and your aquamarine. But like you said, aquamarine is, oh, the glasses, Ben. Barine. Essentially, you get 36 pens. They're dual-ended with your ultra-fine nib and that beautiful brush nib. Of course, many more colours in the fact that you can mix all of these up as well. Very popular, $36.78 or $52.78 if you're a Platinum member. Find all of these deals on the Shop the Day page. Right, how are we getting on over there? Have we cut our image out?
We have, Ben, and what I'm doing is I've got my black pen here. So if you lose the detail on the eye or whatever, you could put that back either with black or with the dark brown. And the same with if you want to put some little bits underneath his the coat, if you want to emphasize the movement, just follow what I've put on there and you give it some more texture. So, when we blended it, we used a lighter ink, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to give it a bit more definition in places, you can basically just do what I'm doing now and just add that in. But you see how much more he's standing out now?
Yeah.
And the same with the antlers, if you want to give them a bit of definition, you can always do that. We'll just make him really, as a feature, he really pops out of the card a bit more and he doesn't get lost in the background quite as much. Does that make, yeah? And the same for her here. I'll put that on there. And then just that there. And then what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of the snow to the scene as well.
Oh, yes.
So with the snow, we've got white pen, and we've also got, I think I saw some gesso, or as Italians would say, gesso.
But yes.
Gesso, which is Italian for gypsum or chalk, which is what gesso is.
Ah.
Yeah. No idea what it is in French.
What is it in French? We don't know.
What? I haven't got, in French. Imprimation universale.
Quoi?
Yeah, that.
Quoi?
Imprimation universale.
Ah oui.
Of course.
Je comprends.
Oui.
Je comprends.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Right,
No,
so
no.
I'm taking a bit of gesso out of here now.
A gesso.
Now, not all gessos will do this, but the Pebeo gesso is actually strong enough to use like a white paint. It's got more opacity to it.
Yeah.
If you've got something like a gouache, like a white gouache,
Yeah.
that would be better, and your white pen.
That pen that you've got there as well, is that the one from the Academy of Colour box?
It is. It's fabulous. I didn't know it existed till today.
Yes.
And it's a fabulous white pen.
It's a fabulous white pen.
Yeah. So now it's my fabulous white pen.
Forever.
Yeah, see nothing, yeah. So I'm put on there, and then I'm going to pop a little bit. Now, this might not, right, so it looks a little bit, might not be able to get anything off the, yeah, well, we're getting there. So if we make it, thing is, if you make it wet enough to come off the brush, sometimes it's too transparent, yeah?
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can then go over with a white pen and bits of it that you want to maybe reinforce the drops a little bit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah?
Very clever.
So now we've got the snow going on.
First time I've seen gesso used in this way.
Yeah.
That
cool,
I
isn't
only
it?
normally used to see it as like a
A primer.
preparation.
Yeah.
Background.
Yes, exactly. And that's what its traditional use is.
Yeah.
Originally, gesso was what they would use to preserve the canvas when oil paintings were used, oils, because it would corrode the canvas over time. So that would provide a barrier between the corrosive oil paint
Okay.
and the thing. There you go. That's your lesson for today, Ben.
Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. Yeah. Be test later.
You'll be tested later in Essentials Corner.
Oh,
with
yeah.
questions coming your way in about 45 minutes' time.
About 45 minutes, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll dry this and
Okay.
get this card put together.
Yeah,
We'll probably put a little bit of that white pen on there,
yeah.
and then I'll get ready and we'll do another one.
Nice one. I mean, Carleen says you could use the puffy snow. Absolutely, you could use the
Absolutely,
puffy snow on
snow
here.
would work.
Yeah, love the puffy snow.
Puffy snow would be lovely.
And she says, I'm pointing at Ben on the telly and telling my 2-year-old grandson, this is Ben, Ben. Now he's running around calling Ben's name. Well, he could be saying worse things, to be honest, couldn't he? Yes. What's his name? I'll give him a little, I'll give him a shout out and a little wave. Love the pen, says Sherry. Awesome. And Cat Butt says, hi, Ben and Sheena and all. I'm loving watching the expert at work, even though I can't use a paintbrush. I love learning about colour. Pick one up, Cat. Have a go.
Yeah,
I bet you can use one.
I bet you're better than you think.
I bet you are better than you think.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself down.
So where was that card? We'll bring that over here. We will now. So you could put that through and put the veins on it as well, which would look really cool. Shall we do it? Shall we put the veins on it?
Well, they're saying go for it in the gallery. You're going to do it?
I'm going to do it.
You are?
I'll just give it a quick blast just to make sure it's right. Yeah, let's do it. So what you would do then is take your embossing folder. You're going to pop that there, turn it like that way, and then pop it like this. Just line it up like that.
I personally would just leaf it as it is.
Would you leaf it out?
Yeah, but it's up to you. Looks like you're branching out a bit here, Sheena.
I am branching out, yeah.
Hopefully in a minute I will twig as to what you're doing.
Ah, what? Somebody stop him. Right, that's it. We've got that lined up. That's going to go in here. You've been waiting all day for these, Ben, haven't you? You've been listening, going, right.
Yes.
I've got that one in. I've got that one in. That's it. That's what you were doing.
Write it? No, they just come naturally. I don't need to write them. How very dare you?
Yeah. That's why you were Billy No Mates in the corner with your notebook and your pen.
yeah. That's just a normal day in between shows, Sheena.
Right, so now that looks so much better, doesn't it, with a vein over it? Can you see that? Does that, if I pick it up that way there?
Oh, that, yeah, you can see it now.
See, you got the detail over it.
Yeah.
It really does look nice like that. You see,
Yeah.
got the extra. So it is very much more leaf-like. And then again, I like to move them around a little bit, give it a little bit of movement. Pop that on there like this. Stick that down.
Does now look, James, more realistic.
Oh.
It does. I know. Leave it alone, says Eve B. I know. Leave it alone. Oh dear.
Right, so we've got that there, and then you can pop your little swirly things and your gritting on.
Oh, yeah.
The swirly things, so just cut them out. If you've got any spare bits of cord, mirror cord or anything like that, Ben, that's where these guys come in, because they, like the snowflakes, they're just going to embellish it. They're going to, twist around the outside, give it a bit more interest, a bit more. Well, that's cool, and they look really good in mirror cord as well. So, and again, you can just attach them any way you think looks cool. Just have a play with them. See what I'm not sure about. Yeah, that not quite bear with. That's going to go there. That's it. There.
I just remember the name we called these last time, the stringy bling things.
Stringy bling things. Yeah, the stringy bling things. We should have the product and call it a stringy bling thing.
I think you should.
Definitely. I don't know what it'll be, but I definitely think it's worth seeing Leanne and saying we need to invent something that will fit this brief.
I just love the way that you are just using these as little accents, but then on the other card you had earlier, you created almost like a little corner piece out of them, didn't you?
Yes, exactly. It's up to you how you want to use them. If you want to just have them as just little, swirls just coming around the card like this, or corners, or I like that element where you've got some play, that you can do what you want with it.
Yeah.
So that could be 3D'd, but we'll not do it because it's going to take some time. So we'll just stick that on there, like that.
Yeah.
Time to sparkle. Thank you very much. There you go.
That is amazing. I love that so much. And do you know what I love about these shows as well? That we can take a little bit more time to kind of show you from start to finish. We can watch all of Sheena's colouring. We can watch all of the concept of putting the card together, and you can see it all. I think it's definitely worth taking that extra time. As we said, in the second hour of the show, which we're nearly into now, it's just flown over. That first hour has gone so quickly. Time just flying over here. What do they say? Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. Or if you're Kermit the Frog, time's fun when you're having flies. No, but in the second hour of the show, for those of you that are asking questions, we will compile those all together and do a bit of an essentials corner for you. So if you've asked sort of more of a generic question, stand by. I reckon in about 40 minutes time we'll be doing that. And ask anything at all as well about anything to do with, I don't know, a project that you're currently making, maybe some cardstock or some glue or whatever it might be that you're not sure about. Ask the questions and we'll get those answered. Must just say hello to Luke Alexandra. Luke, hello. That's Luke who was shouting my name, who was running around the house saying Ben. Hope you're well. Obviously, he's running around the house shouting my name. And Lillian says, Sheena, I saw the squirrel with the swelly bits on the website, and I thought it was riding a bicycle.
Well, you know, of course, squirrels riding bikes. Absolutely, they're great at that here.
I mean, he's my favourite, actually, the little... I really like squirrels. Like squirrel nutkins out of...
Leanne reckons it's like an old man squirrel leaning on a walking stick.
Old man squirrel.
That old man squirrel.
Time Machine always flies by, says Roseanne Carbone. And Roseanne also says, I can't believe you, Ben. Do you know what? We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll do some more. And once you guys start checking out, you're going to see the numbers going to fall on the Showstopper. It's very, very busy for the Showstopper. Potentially last chance to jump in and get it on this show. But whatever you've got in your basket, get it checked out. We'll come back. We'll recap. We'll do some votes. We'll do some essentials cornering. We'll do all sorts. And we'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special, 100%, it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. Well, we might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses, so I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In Crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Archer, Tackwell Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinho, Avon, Freeport, Mableton, San Jose, Enumclaw, Great Bend, Detroit, Keniston. We craft everywhere, man, we craft everywhere. From over here to there, man, we craft everywhere. In Crafters we've got our share, man, we craft everywhere. crafting parachute, paradise, pilots pulled by Pillion, sheets of base in Petersburg, Seacom, Sucking, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwell, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Temple Hills and Bentley, Campbell, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Lacey, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Elsmere, Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Wet Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Medford, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fintana. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Ferrum, Brownwood, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Raphael, St. Dominic's and Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Ramble City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Saarbrücken, Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Lafayette, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage, and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Clover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters, we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a few more places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewdley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington. We crafted Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Navhill, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest. We crafted Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Mandenholm, Hilliard, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Salisbury, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castlewood, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne, and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Lone Badger. Well, there we go. We're back from the break. That was fun, wasn't it? That was fun. Thank you, everyone, for checking out your baskets as well. Busy on the showstopper. Lots of people buying. If you want to go for the new collection on its own, you can. But lots and lots of people going for that showstopper now. The showstopper, where you get all of the dies, all of the brand new stamps, that gorgeous embossing folder as well. And just for an extra £15, you get the stamping platform and the magnetic base. That retails at £25, $35. You are getting that for just £15 in the bundle, alongside more watercolour cardstock as well. So you're going to get that included in your pack. 15 sheets there. In essence, you should be paying over £30 for all of that, or $49. It's an extra £15 or $15 when you go for the showstopper. £68 or $76 in total. That is all we have left now of the showstopper. 64 left. So it's entirely how you want to do it. And as we said, I know a lot of people already have the stamping platform. Would it hurt to have two? Probably not, especially when you can pick this up for what, 50? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it at that price. Incredible. And if you did decide to get the showstopper and you're quite a generous soul, what you could do potentially is go, well, do you know what? I'll keep all of the fantastic new Sheena goodies for myself and the cardstock, and I'll give this away as a crafty gift. You don't have to tell anybody that you paid next to nothing for it. What I would also say as well is don't forget, for today we are giving you free US shipping as well if you spend over 50. So again, your quids in here wherever you are within Club Inspire. And as a by the by, if you're not yet within Club Inspire, do make sure you join up on the website to start saving yourself lots and lots of money. Right. I think we are pretty much up to date. All the questions that we've had, thank you, Rachel, I can see very handily putting them all together. We will do those in Essentials Corner in just a bit. We're also going to chat more around, as I say, the aqua pens which are on the show. We're going to chat more about those Royal and Langnickel brushes, and also sparkle pens is another topic that we're going to cover off in the last 20 minutes. But what I would say is get that showstopper before it disappears, because we are super duper busy. Right. Shall we go back for another little demonstration? What can you show us, and which of the sets are you going to use?
Well, I'm going to use the apples.
Apples.
Again, it's the one that if you got the other set, then this is the one that you need to pop in your basket if you've got the set from HSN. So that, I just think, is a really nice, clean, pretty card, don't you think?
It is beautiful.
Yes. So showing you how you don't have to use all the elements. We used all the elements last time. We'll just use the stamp and the die for this one.
Yeah.
So to save a little bit of time, I've already stamped it out and I've started to colour it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back in my little mixing palette that I was using earlier, because it's a great way to not waste your colours. Because to be honest, I've got gold in here and I've got scarlet in there.
Yeah.
And I think I might not have my burgundy anywhere, but we can put that in the middle. But there's already, if I wet this, let me show you, which is why this is a good thing to have. If you add just water to it, there's already colour that I can get. So you can already get quite a bit of colour off there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more fresh colour to that. So I don't want that to contaminate my pens. So I'm going to take this. And
So you would take, so I would see the palette more for like popping actual paint in, but you, well, as you're showing us now, do pop your pens in there as well.
Yeah, it's really cool, Ben, because it just means that you can leave it and come back to it instead of like, you know, where if it was scribbled on the mat, you've seen me wipe it all off.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it on the mat all the time. So what I'm doing is I'm using this gold colour as the base for my apples to give them a nice warm undertone, a nice glow. And I'm leaving kind of a highlight on them. So going around, so I mean, you can, the good thing is about apples as well, you can colour them any colour, yeah, well, not within reason, but they could be golden delicious, you can have the reds, the green apple, whatever.
Granny Smiths.
Whatever you want. Yeah, exactly. What's your favourite apple?
Ooh, I like a pink lady.
I love pink ladies. That's my favourite as well.
But they've become quite expensive now, haven't they, pink ladies?
Yeah, they've caught on, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah.
Failing that, I've got to go for the old standard, the Golden Delicious.
Golden Delicious good. Jazz? What about a jazz?
A jazz?
Yeah.
The jazz are a bit smaller, aren't they?
Yeah, the director, I like that.
And all that jazz.
Yeah.
As far as the green apples are concerned, I would say the big two Golden Delicious and Granny Smiths.
Granny Smith.
Which one are you going for there if I offered you one or the other?
Now more Granny Smith, because I like Granny Smith for like in salads and things. They've got a bit more
Granny
bite
Smith,
to them.
Well, you put apples in salads?
Oh yeah, make a lovely coleslaw with Granny Smith and with creme fraiche. I use the hot fat creme fraiche instead of mayonnaise, and the cabbage, and apple cider vinegar. Lovely, very nice.
Do apples go in a Waldorf salad?
Yes. I always think of Fudgy Towers. We're fresh out of Waldorf.
Fresh out of Waldorf. That's such a funny episode.
It never stops being funny, does it?
No.
Oh, every time I watch that, but it stresses me out so much, that show. Even then I know what's going to happen, like Gourmet Night,
Yeah.
You know when the car breaks down and he's hitting it with a tree.
With a branch. You're going to get a damn good thrashing.
Oh, it's brilliant. And you still and you just wish it would work for him one time, wouldn't you? Oh.
It's one of those shows that you never tire of watching, is it, Fawlty Towers?
Absolutely.
It's like Only Fools.
Just classics, yeah. Tell you what I was excited about, Ben.
Oh, yeah?
Did you watch Frasier?
Oh, do you know what? That passed me by for some reason.
Can't believe how many people haven't watched Frasier.
Right.
It is so funny. It's brilliant. But they've come back. They've done some new episodes, apparently.
Is it actually?
Years. With Kelsey Grammer, Yeah, loved Frasier.
Because Frasier was a spin-off from Cheers, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And I didn't watch Cheers as much, but I absolutely love Frasier. So,
No, I don't know why that. But when was that? 90s, I guess, was it?
Yes. Yeah. It's been 20 years since the last episode.
Oh dear. 20 years.
Really, I love Frasier.
I tell you what I'm excited about, and tell me your US friends if you know this show, because I love me detective shows, right? So I was a big fan of, I love Columbo.
Oh yeah.
For example, I love a bit of Poirot.
Yes.
I like Jonathan Creek. Did you ever watch that? With
Yes, Jonathan. I love Jonathan Creek. The first one's with Caroline Quentin.
Yeah, Quentin.
One of my favourites.
One of my favourite detective shows of all time is a TV show from the US with the brilliant Tony Shalhoub called Monk.
Monk.
Have you seen that show?
One.
So he's this detective he's got obsessive compulsive disorder.
Right.
And he's like germ phobic and all these kind of things.
Anyway, is he a monk?
He's not a monk, no.
Okay. Where does this monk come from then?
That's just his name.
Oh really?
Yeah, Adrian Monk. But anyway, there was 8 brilliant series of that. and then obviously when it comes to Rain, you're disappointed. I've heard on the grapevine that they are filming a Monk movie, a special, out later this year.
What special?
Like a TV movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like one more case, and they're bringing back all the original crew.
Yay.
Yeah, let me know if anyone, because a lot of people have never heard of that show, but I first saw it, in fact, when I was on my honeymoon it was on TV in the hotel in San Francisco. And I remember just sat down one morning, Laura was getting ready or whatnot, watched it, I thought, I really like that. And then I came back to the UK and bought the DVDs. Never looked back. Yeah, it's a good one. If you like your detective shows, check it out.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's got a good theme tune as well with, Randy Newman, who sings...
Yeah.
Yeah, he sings the theme tune to it.
Yeah, You Got a Friend in Me.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah. Tony Shalhoub, you're looking up, yeah. Good, great actor. Oh, there you go. I absolutely love the show Monk, says Rhonda. Yeah, new TV movie coming out in fall. This fall.
I have got to look that up then. I wonder if it's on a streaming service.
Oh, it is on Amazon Prime.
I've got it. I'll watch.
It was on Peacock for a bit as well, if you get that on your... There's a streaming service called Peacock.
All right.
If you've got...
I've got Prime. I'll have a look on that.
Yeah, do it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Cool.
Like, I'll look up that song that you told me to look up.
Yes.
Which I've forgotten the name of already.
Somewhere Down the Crazy River.
Somewhere Down the Crazy River.
Very moody. It's brilliant. Really good. Love it. It's about, it's a good one. Right, so I've got the apples coloured now. And I'm now going to colour in a little bit of this blossom using the same pink. In fact, there's some in there. I didn't even need to do that because there's probably enough in here, excuse me, to just tint these little flowers here. Just a little bit of colour.
Yeah. Nicholas Lyndhurst is going to be in the new Frasier, says Zoe Carver.
Yes, I saw that picture. I saw a picture and I thought, is that Lyndhurst? And brilliant. Del Boy, yeah.
Yeah. Rodney.
Yeah.
This time next year, we'll be millionaires. Yeah, that'll be good.
I'm really looking forward to that.
I'll have to go and watch some Frasier. I'm sure that's on Channel 4 now, actually, in the morning.
Is
Frasier.
it? It probably
I'm sure
is.
They rerun it.
Oh, I just think it's so witty. It's so cleverly written. It's really
What
funny.
is he?
He's a psychiatrist. But he's a radio psychiatrist. He's a radio, so people call in and it's like Dr.
Right.
Fraser Crane here, and he's in the whole radio thing. But his brother Niles is a total snob also, but he's a legit psychiatrist, so they're always competing. But the dad is an ex-New York cop,
right?
Down to earth. It's like he drinks beer. He sits in his old tatty chair and he's got these two mega snobs for sons. And it's so funny. It's such a good dynamic. It's really funny show.
Well, I'll have to check it out because I know our sense of humour is very similar. So if you like it...
Yeah, honestly, Ben, it is really funny. Yes, that'll be it with Treed off there. And then and you've also got your song to listen to.
I have, yeah.
Tell me if you don't think it's super moody. And then we will... right, so what I'm going to do, I've got leaf green here. And I've got a bit of bud green also. So we've got the apples done. We've got the cherry blossom done. I usually end up missing one petal somewhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of leaf green here. In fact, I think it might be, meadow is what I'm going to use, sorry. It's just a little bit more yellowy. Yeah, meadow and leaf green, just a bit warmer. A little bit of leaf green there. And then we will start colouring in these guys here. So lighter colour first on the leaves, just so that it just catches up a little bit of the sunlight and tips them a little bit, a lighter tone. And then we'll go in with the darker green after that. So notice how I'm not taking ages to do it. I'm not colouring the whole thing in because I'm going to cover some of it with the other green anyway. So just the top bit there. And this little guy here.
Don't forget the little dog Eddie, says Anne.
Oh, Eddie was brilliant. Eddie's, little Jack Russell.
In Frasier?
In Frasier, yeah. Eddie's brilliant. Daphne, yeah. I had them on DVD. So, when you get to know what they're going to say, and you're still laughing anyway, you know what the line is. You're saying it before they are. But still brilliant, yeah. Definitely.
Lillian says, I just realised I don't watch daytime TV anymore because I'm always watching Crafters TV. I mean, can't get much better than that, really, can you, Lillian?
That's all good, isn't it?
Yeah. And lots of apple chat in the comments as well tonight.
Yeah.
Favourite apples. Deborah Spencer loves Envy apples. Never heard of an Envy.
Envy. I've had Envy, I think, in the past. Yeah, they ring a bell.
Beth likes Brayburn.
Yeah.
And Fuji.
Fuji, yes, I've had Fuji. They're like a red apple.
Are they?
Yeah.
I never heard of that. Fuji
yeah,
apple.
Fuji, yeah.
Summerfield are my personal favourite, Wendy says.
Oh, never heard those ones.
No, I haven't. And Beth says, I haven't had an apple that I didn't like.
Yeah, there you go.
Rachel says, I watch a lot of Crafters TV. I know, Rachel, you seem to watch quite. I wonder why that would be. Good job, you love it so much, eh, Rachel?
So I've got this. I've got this. These leaves going on there. We can make that a little bit. Kind of like tint them a little bit more, give them a bit more depth. We bring a little bit of burgundy in even to the leaves. All right, a bit of rom there and a bit of the leaf green mixed together. We'll get like a browny colour, but it'll be a much darker tone of this greeny. So if you want to make the shadows look much more impactful, you can pop them in little places just where it really is dark. Like if you want to define one leaf, that's behind another. And you can just pop it right there. Oh, Macintosh reds, yeah.
So still chat about apples in the comments. So Macintosh, I thought that was an apple in a raincoat.
Yeah.
Gala apples, those are the ones that play bingo.
Yeah.
Got what kind of a Gala? They're red, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Honeycrisp. No.
There's a lot of apples.
There is a lot of. How do you like them apples?
Yeah.
Who knew, eh?
So I've mixed a quick brown, and just because I've got the pens there, just so you can see how they mix. So by mixing a bit more of that red and the burgundy and that leaf green together, and more of the burgundy, I've got a nice warm brown there, which will do for the stem of that, the florals. And then we'll just colour the sky, the grass. Oh, we want to put the picnic blanket. So we'll give it a little red picnic blanket as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's incredible how you get this depth and dimension, just like, preserving that highlight, isn't it? Makes
absolutely.
Gives it that dimension.
It's really, it's just taking your time.
Yeah.
And, just trying stuff out. That's it. And, I was talking to Debbie, the head of my design team, and I think the thing is that sometimes people think that you just do it works first time. That it's like it works perfectly first time, and that you don't ever go through a trial and error or do something and it hasn't worked first time, or you've got to try something out. That's not the case. Honestly, what you see is the stuff that we've already tried.
That's it.
But the only way to know is to just try it out, and if it does, then we'll keep it, and if it doesn't, well, okay, chalk it up to experience, eh?
That's it. And I love, again, like you said, the fact that the dies play nicely with the stamps and the dies play nicely with that embossing folder. They all work nicely sort of individually of each other. And I also love the fact that you've given us the four seasons as well.
Absolutely. That's really what I wanted, a leaf through the year, so that you could really take you through the whole of the year, and a stamp set kind of for all seasons, isn't it?
That's it.
You've got everything covered there. So for time, because this is a really light colour, I've gone straight over this box with the brush nib, and so you can do that now and again, and it does save a bit of time to put the base colour down, because I'm going to put a darker colour, a stronger colour on top of that. So that's fine, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to put bolder and a bit of the chestnut on there. And it looks, again, a bit strange until you get the sky coloured in and things. It looks a little bit, you don't see the value of the colours properly until you get that done.
Bridget Hornblow says, I'm lucky to have a Bramley apple tree in my garden.
Oh, lovely.
Not an eater, but great in a pie or crumble.
Yeah.
Oh, I love apple crumble.
Nice.
Crumble and custard.
Apple crumble.
Ooh, yes. And Maria Cooper, there's always one. I prefer Apple to Android.
Oh, it is true as well, yeah. Oh, bless
What do you
her.
like, Maria?
Like I say, you know, she don't get out much. She's like me. And in her defence.
I too, Maria, prefer Apple to Android.
The thing is, once you're in Apple,
Yeah.
you can't get out of Apple. Like we got, you can't, because you're just there. Everything talks to everything else.
Yeah.
Watch, mini iPad,
Yeah.
iPad Pro, MacBook.
That's
That's
it.
your life. That's it.
That's it. Life
Yeah.
sorted. And sometimes I find, I won't do it because it will probably start doing it now, sometimes watch talks when it shouldn't be talking.
Oh, tell me about it. It comes
give
up
me
with that. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that one. Oh, well, Maria will give her watch an order, request, and mine answers.
Ah, really?
But when I talk to mine, I don't want to know. Even me watch. I haven't got a complex or anything. So, right. So what we're going to do is we're going to colour the sky and then the landing. So we'll do a little bit of this dark blue in the sky and then we'll lighten it. So the same deal as we've done before. So darker at the top end. We've gone really intense here with this blue.
Oh, yeah. What's that blue again?
This is the navy.
Navy blue.
Yeah. And I've just put a little bit of water in it, and as I come down the card, I'll be lightening it up a little bit more as we come down again.
There are 65 different types of apples, says Dieta.
Oh.
Who knew? That is many apples. What would these apples be?
These ones, I think it'll be like a Macintosh red. I want to
Ah,
say.
okay.
That'll be the one that somebody was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And Nicola said, Macintosh.
What,
They're the
what did
ones.
she say?
Macintosh.
Macintosh. The colours are jumping off the page, to Stephanie. They really are. And lots of people loving this collection. I know we've got about 35 minutes left, but you do need to be quick. Showstopper is disappearing. I know more of you have checked out baskets since we last updated you. Less than 60 of those, I think, now remaining. We'll get a full update before we head over to Essentials Corner. Last chance as well, just whilst watching Sheena as well, to get any questions in. I have a list of questions which you sent, which we will chat around whilst we're over in Essentials Corner. And like I say, if we get chance as well, we'll chat around some of the other goodies on the show. We thought we'd do this tonight because we haven't done it for a while on Beautiful Beginnings. And when we did do it, you absolutely seemed to love it. So that's why we're doing it. I mean, if you don't want to see it again after tonight, let us know. But I kind of feel like the kind of general consensus was you like Essentials Corner. So that's why we're doing it tonight.
Yeah. You know what? There's so many questions, and when I did workshops, there's so many things people would ask, and I've been wanting to ask this, I wanted this. Now's the time to ask, guys. Just, you know, especially paint related, colouring related, anything like that is, or anything, whatever's on your mind. I've said like Dr. Fraser Crane here.
Yeah.
Tell me your troubles. Yeah.
I do find it's things like the different ink pads always come up quite a lot of questions,
that's
and the different pens.
Different paints
glues.
and things, and what's the difference with this one to that one. And
I think even if you have been crafting for a while, you can still confuzzle yourself a bit, can't you?
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So I'm going to go darker with the green as we come down the picture. It's very colourful, this one.
It is.
Full on colour. I haven't held back. But that's fine. It's fun to do that as well.
It is. Well, it's very contrasting to the scene that you did earlier with the deer.
Much more vibrant, isn't it?
Yeah. Kind of like what we had sort of briefly over the weekend. A bit of nice weather.
Yes. Wow, that was hot though, Ben.
Well, I say that. I was in Devon, so you had nice weather in Evesham, did you?
Oh, it was 30 degrees.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were late 20s down in Devon when I was down there on the weekend.
Eek. Very hot.
The weather up here apparently on Sunday was pretty awful. Thunderstorms and all sorts.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We were still playing cricket on Sunday evening at about 5, 6 o'clock. It was lovely. What people?
I think it was dull on Sunday, but it was still warm. I think it was, But 30's a bit much.
Yeah. Late 20s is more than enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, low 30s is fine if you're abroad and you've got a pool to sort of jump into.
See, I'm not that great even when I'm abroad. When I lived in California, I was fine because everywhere's aircon.
Aircon?
Yeah. You get an aircon car, you get an aircon house, you get they're equipped for it, but we kind of aren't, are we?
No, we're not.
No.
We're useless over here.
It's like trying every way to get cool one day and put the heating on the next. What?
Yeah, exactly right.
So that there
Yes.
is all full colour, and we can cut that out and pop it on the card. Should we do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We will. We'll get that cut out, and then yeah, we'll give you opportunities to get checked out. So would you normally? So another question. So obviously you've coloured and stamped, and now you're cutting.
Yes.
Would you normally do that? Is that your normal way to go?
I like to usually. I'll have a stamping session and then a cutting session,
Right.
kind of thing. Usually that's the way it would. If I'm batch making like that, so I would probably stamp all my pictures out, then cut them all out and then colour them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then they're just ready. The machines then can go away. You know, I'll do my backgrounds as well, and just kind of. I sound like a time and motions woman, don't I? Like streamlining the workflow, you know? Like,
yeah.
It'd be good production line.
It's a good tip if you're doing it this way around, though, to tape it, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you're doing.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't slip.
Yeah. There you go. Let's say that's it. Put that on there.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I wasn't going to order anything today, says Beth Metzger, but I needed this to complete the collection. I did a couple of other items to get the free shipping, including the Snowflakes Innie and Outie dies.
Yay!
Love how Sarah's called them that. Snowflake Innie and Outies. Yeah. Do get this collection today. And like we said, if you can't stretch to the showstopper, you can pick up the individuals. And like we said, the set with your apples. What is that actually? What is the... escaped me. The official name of the apples set.
Of the apples. You know what, Ben? I can't even remember. I should, but I can't.
It's called, is it? Summer Days, yes. So if you pick these up on HSN, you won't have got the Summer Days, so you can go for those.
Summer Breeze.
Individually.
Flowing
like a jasmine in my mind.
That's the one. It's a classic.
Isley Brothers.
Yeah. Or wasn't Seals and Croft or somebody? Did they do it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was the Isley Brothers song a cover?
Yeah, I think they might have done. I don't know. I might be wrong, but have a look. It might be a different. Yeah. I don't know. I might be right. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right. Oh, I need to stamp that one.
Oh,
okay.
no sentiment on it.
Wait a minute. Rock a block. Bear with.
Oh yeah, get your rock a block. Or don't forget, if you've got the collection here, use your stamping platform.
Thing is, it's already cut and matte on a little thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna have to be a rock a block, and I'm gonna look for the stamp. Bear with. Bear with.
Which one are you going for?
Be the sunshine in somebody's sky. Isn't
oh,
that nice?
I like that.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it?
That's very cute.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to be the sunshine in someone's sky today, if we can.
What other ones have you got in the summer? I'm just looking at a few of these. Sunny
There's-
Days Ahead.
Yeah.
Summer Breeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carefree Summer Days.
Yeah.
The sunniest memories are those made with you. Aww. These are lovely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, be the sunshine in someone's sky. And always be kind to the summer breeze that... Oh, in my glasses. What does it say, the second line? Always be as kind as the summer breeze that embraces flowers. I can't read what it says. Now you're going to need to go really, really close on it though. It might just be easier if I read it off Sheena's stamp set. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to open it up. Go on. Literally what it says now. Oh, it's not much bigger. Always be as kind as a summer breeze that embraces flowers and caresses leaves. Beautiful. And it's good as well, I know we've touched on this, but you've obviously got like the main stamped image there, but it's so lovely that in this one particularly as well, the little, the Summer Days, you do get the smaller stamp with the apples in the
Yes.
in the crate on the
Yeah,
mat.
it's really
And as we
pretty.
said, great for smaller cards, but also great for kind of stamping on your inserts. I love the fact that you can have that sort of uniformity on the outside and inside of your cards as well.
Absolutely, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just ties it all in. It just makes them look so professional. And if you sell your cards,
Yeah,
then it just makes that difference, doesn't it?
that's it.
So I'm not going to stick all of these little bits on here because I don't think it needs too many.
No,
We'll maybe do
stringy
one
blingy
more.
things.
We'll do a little swirly one. We haven't got a swirly one. We'll do a squiggly one.
Okay.
And then that will be that there. And that is that card complete. Let me see how I'll do that one. That can come over like that. There you go.
Sue Bloomin' Perb, that's amazing.
Pretty.
Just pretty, just gorgeous. The kind of thing that you could do, the kind of thing that you can recreate with this collection. The Showstopper bundle, we'll get an updated figure on that for you, but that is disappearing. We are getting short of stock on that. If you do just want to go for the new collection on its own, absolutely you can, but do go quickly. As I say, the reason I tell you to go for the Showstopper, if you can, here comes the figure. Less than 50 now. So you're going to have to be fairly quick. This is going to last to the end of the show, right? Let's be honest. There will still be stock left. I would have thought, unless there's like a massive deluge at the next checkout in just a second. But potentially this is going to be gone after the show. So please, please, please don't wait until a couple of hours later, because chances are the Showstopper will not be here. And what I would say to you is, if you can stretch to the Showstopper, you're going to get your free shipping first of all. Free shipping when you spend over 50, which is amazing. But you're going to get everything there. You've got all of those beautiful stamps covering all of the different seasons. You've got that gorgeous the die there with the swirly, stringy, blingy things as well. So those work in conjunction beautifully with the stamps that you're going to be receiving. Each stamp set, of course, has got all of those beautiful sentiments in, and then the kind of smaller stamps to work alongside those. So whether you're looking for smaller projects or looking for, like I say, the uniformity of having like a matching stamp to go on the inside of your card or on the back of your card, you've got that. And then of course on top of that you've got that gorgeous embossing folder as well, which works in conjunction with everything else we've just mentioned in the bundle. The Showstopper deal is incredible because we're practically giving away one of the most useful, most sought after items in the craft room. Everyone has one of these. It is the fantastic 8x8 stamping platform, normally retailing at £25, $35. If you go for the Showstopper today, it's like we're giving you the stamping platform and magnetic base, plus 15 sheets of your watercolour cardstock for an extra £15 or $15, which is absolutely crazy. You should be paying £32 or $49 for that. And do you know what? If you're looking at that and thinking, shall I, shan't I? If you've got the budget to do it, why not? Because you're picking up this for 15 quid, which is ridiculous. You've then got two of these to use, so you can work quicker. Maybe have one in your craft room, maybe have one, if you've got a caravan or like holiday home where you do a bit of crafting, perfect to have that there. Or alternatively, what you could do is give that away. Give it as a present this Christmas time. It's entirely up to you. But like I said, if you just do want to go for the new timeless leaves on their own, that bundle is available for you. And of course, you can buy the individuals as well. I know the Summer Days is proving really popular for those of you that already bought the other three. Love the fonts of the sentiments, says Pauline Pitt, and the colours on those leaves are superb, says Lynn Miles. And Lillian says, it would have been fun to have had Craig presenting this today with all the squirrely squirrels. Hey, squirrely squirrels, hey. Let us take a short break. When we come back, we have the demo of the show vote to do. We have the demo of the day vote to do. And we have lots of questions to answer as well. So when we come back, do join us over in Essentials Corner. We'll do all of that and more. But right now, get those baskets checked out. The Showstoppers are disappearing. We'll see you in about 4 or 5 minutes' time.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at Craft Wars to Leanne. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sarah sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lottie for his charm and skill. They went quite potty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby and we are in Essentials Corner. We did have a slate once for that. Essentials. It might have been. I don't know. George made one time. I think it only lasted one show. Whether he like deleted it afterwards, I don't know. It was pretty, slapdash thrown together at the last minute. So he probably did. Before we get into Essentials Corner, thank you for all your questions. You can still ask questions now, by the way, but I'm going to do them in order that they sort of came through. Before that, shall we get the vote going, Sheena, for the demo of the show?
Sure.
Yeah.
So this was the first one, Ben.
Okay.
That one there.
Mm-hmm. Number
Number
one. Oh, we're going to come in close. We don't have a close.
All right. Right, well, that's
yeah.
One.
Oh, hang on, it's
that's
three.
As long as my arms are going.
Yeah. Shall I run it up a bit closer? Two. Go,
so
gadget arms.
Now. Yay.
Hang on. Here comes three.
Yeah.
Number three's coming. Number three.
Right, where's that? Where's three?
There's three.
There.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
There's one.
Down a bit. Down a bit. Fire.
Yeah, got it.
So one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or two.
Two.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, get voted. You've got about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes to get your vote in on that, and then we'll do the vote for the demo of the day. Right, ready for some questions?
I am, yes, I like this.
I always feel a bit under pressure because I obviously don't prepare you, so
Yeah.
what happens if you don't know the answer?
I'll do a political response.
Our political response, I like that. I like that. Okay. So Evelyn Kiefer says, would I be able to use my aqua tint brush pens and my aqua ink pots together with the aqua pens?
Yeah. Yes, that's why, you know, when I get a water-based product, I'm all excited. They all play together. As long as you add water to them to make them work, at some point they all work together. So your aqua pens, if you haven't got all the aqua pen sets, so you've got maybe a black, you haven't got the essential set, you maybe get the 3 sets that were available today, haven't got the essentials, you can use your black, you can use your neutrals from the Water Reactive Inkpads. So you can supplement them. So just as I did, take your ink pad, splodge it on your counter, pick up your brush and paint with that.
Yeah.
So all those things work together, work great.
Carleen on Facebook, so I think this comes back to the collection that we've been looking at. She says, are there dyes for the scrolls? Is that the little
squiggly twiddly
blingy
bits?
things?
Yes, the stringy blingy things. Yes, there are, because they are in, they're on the board with the leaf. All the little twiddly bits that you get, all dyes for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this one I did ask you about because I think, Candy, you may have misheard whatever you thought you heard earlier on, because I put this question to she. She was like, I didn't say that. So let's just address this. So you said, during the break, I watched part of Wake Up Call, and I thought I heard Sheena say you really had to be able to draw to understand stamping. But what if you are unable to draw? Now, I'm sure that's not.
No, so what that was talking about was my experience of coming to drawing for stamps.
Ah, right.
My experience. So I used to draw just to draw, you know, in school and college and whatever. And my preferred way of drawing was with a pen, but pen and wash. So basically you'd use like back in the day I used like a rotary pen, which was a draftsman pen.
Oh, yeah.
And like a Bosch fine liner. And then put a wash over it. So, but with that, you could get carried away with shading with all the line work. And what I was saying is that was the wash bit, the colouring bit, where people were saying, do you have to be really good at colouring? No, because a lot of the shading was done with the line work with the pen. Yeah? But to then get into stamping, I used other people's stamps. So the benefit to me was having been stamped and then gone back to draw. Having been able to draw benefited me that I'd stamped first, then come back to drawing, so that I knew what I needed to draw as a stamper.
I understand.
So you guys don't need to worry about any of that. You don't, drawing doesn't come into it, doesn't even have to feature at all.
Yeah.
But for me, it did. That was the progression that made it easier for me to then draw stamps the best I could for a stamper, because I pulled on my past experience from drawing, for just drawing's sake, after I had stamped for quite a while and learned what a good stamp needed to be.
Because I think that's half the joy of crafting, isn't it? Because you speak to a lot of our experts, like I know Debbie Robinson, she won't mind me saying this, and I think R.W. Fisher as well, like a lot of our guys, you know, aren't good at drawing at all, but are able to craft. And so the fact that, you know, drawing never comes into it at all, does it? You don't have to be an artist to be a crafter.
Yeah, and that's the point of stamps. That's why stamps. And for me as well, a stamp's quicker. You know, if I'm going to make a card for someone, it's going to be much quicker for me to stamp a card and colour it than draw it from scratch. You know, so yeah, absolutely.
Lucille Vega says, if I wanted to use a colour pencil on top of watercolour to enhance the shading, which would you choose?
Colour pencil?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you could use either. Okay, so you can go on top with your aqua pencils, and then you might want to wet it again and intensify the colour and blend it into the background. Or you could use your colour blend on the top, which would be a waxy surface to go on the top. You wouldn't use it the other way around. You couldn't use wax pencil, then go over with watercolour, because the wax colour blend pencil would resist the watercolour, which is the aquas. Yeah, aqua pens. So you'd have to put the ink down first, then if you didn't want the ink to move, if you didn't want your aquas to move at all, I would go on top with colour blend, because if you go on with another water-soluble product, like your aquas, it'll lift the colour that's up underneath as well. It'll mix the two together. Does that help?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple more questions to tackle, but before we do that, let's get the demo of the show result, and then we can do the demo of the day. Demo of the show. It does actually say here from Rachel, demo of the show, what it is. It says, thanks to Nicola, who helped me count. So, well done, everybody. The demo of the show is... One.
One. Yay. It's the winter one.
Oh, do you know what?
That one there.
What have I done with the cards? I didn't bring them over.
Oh.
But that's fine. Oh. I know you did, but I brought everything...
You're wrong now, aren't you? Ooh, you should have. I totally...
What have I done with them? I thought I did...
Yeah, I thought you brought them.
I thought
Ben's lost the cards. No panic.
I've lost
I can see them. They're sitting on the shelf there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Sitting on the shelf. Have I got to go and... I'll tell you what. I'm going to pose one more question to Sheena before what we'll do.
Yeah.
What we'll do is I'll ask you a question, then
right,
James will come in on camera 10.
we've
You ask a
seen
question and I'll move.
Right.
People won't know that I've gone.
Okay.
And by the time I come back, we'll then do the...
Right, so I'm not going to watch you like that.
No,
I'll
don't
answer the
you,
question.
don't go, and don't...
Right, don't do that.
No, and don't go, Ben, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Just,
what, Ben?
okay.
Any of that. Okay, got it.
So in just a few minutes' time, we're going to do the vote for the demo of the day. But whilst we get ready for that, a question from Patty Talbot, who says, Sheena.
Yes.
Make sure you take about 30 seconds or so. 30 seconds, because otherwise I've got to get... Yep.
So, yes, I know.
Yeah, take your time. Yeah. Patty says, Sheena, which do you prefer, the Tri-Blend watercolours or the regular aqua pens?
Tri-Blend watercolours or the regular aquas? Let me think about it. Oh, that's about the 30-second pause, that question. That one is. Tri-Blend aqua. To be honest, I would say both have their pluses. And both work equally as well. And I'll tell you why. I mostly use, if you want just the bullet, if you want to use the bullet nib at any point, then use your regular aquas. If you just like the brush nib, then either. They both work the same. That's about it.
Brilliant answer to a great question. I was just sat here listening to all of that. Anne says, real smooth, Ben. Well, thank you so much. Do you want to show them more, seeing as you've got the other one there? So
right then.
Okay.
All right then.
So demo of the day.
That was this morning.
Oh, beautiful.
This was wake up call.
Yep. So that's one.
That's one.
Love the
and then
background. The
this
bottom
one
folder.
was the one that Leanne hadn't seen. Draw the line, like I said. So we did actually do that. Even just for Chivs to see draw the line. She'd never experienced draw the line. I'll take that away then, you can see that there. And then I did a little quick, simple monochrome for her to show her that. So we counted that as one because it was just a very, very quick. And that's the leaf. But look at how cool that would be with loads of, what if you could just do that with all the other images.
Yeah, absolutely right, yeah.
And that's more you than me in that stamp because all the background's just original. Yeah.
So that's two.
That's two. That's it, two.
No, and then the one that we just voted for.
Yes, okay, I'm with you now.
Come on,
right,
Sheena.
Yeah. Going smooth. Yeah, and that's three.
Number three.
Yeah.
All right, so 1, 2 or 3. You've got about 3 minutes to get your vote in. There are 2 more questions here. Let me just find them. Evelyn says.
Yes.
Can you please ask, good luck remembering this.
All right.
Can you please ask Sheena what kind of paint she used on the boxes back in May to make them crackle? I can't remember what I did this afternoon.
I can't remember what I had for lunch.
No.
Seriously, but I do know this.
Crackle.
I do know this.
I
don't know much.
But I know how to crackle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. If you use tacky glue.
Yeah.
With a little bit of water because it's really thick, paint that on top of your dried first base coat. So say you wanted like a black crackle, right? And you wanted to put a teal paint on top. Just imagine it, right? So you paint your base coat with black. You could use black gesso if you want. Paint some slightly diluted tacky glue over it. As soon as it starts to go from white to clear, you paint over it with a matte emulsion paint.
Okay.
Or like a chalk paint, and heat it. And it's the drying speed of the glue underneath and the paint on top that causes the paint on top to split. There's different drying times. That's it. So even though I can't remember the specifics, I think I probably tinted the gesso. I probably used the white gesso that we sell, the Pebeo, and tinted it with a bit of colour. But you can use chalk paint or matte. Don't use satin paint. You know the little tester pots you used to be able to get? They were great for that. Because satin's more elastic. It'll not crackle and split like the matte ones will.
And a question from Linda. Talking about gesso.
Gesso.
And she says, can I use Mod Podge instead of gesso? Is that specific to what you were doing previously?
It's different product.
Right.
Yeah, they're all totally different. Mod Podge is more like an acrylic medium. So you would kind of like seal with it or use it for decoupage and things. Gesso is a different thing completely.
Okay. We've got less than 40 of the showstoppers left, by the way, if you want to get those before the end of the show. I know we've got about 5 minutes left. I'm done with questions, so what do you want to look at, Nicola? Should we have a look at the... Do you know what? That's a great shout, actually.
Yeah,
we're going to have a quick look at the... Do you want to... If I pass those to you?
Yes,
the paintbrushes come in a little bundle with the palette that you saw Sheena using a little bit earlier on in one of our demos. So there we go. Details coming up for this. So your painting tool set. £7.16 painting set. $15.05 if you're shopping in the US. So talk us around. I mean, the palette, I suppose, is fairly self-explanatory, but the brushes as well. How are they different and why? Because you always use the Royal & Langley, don't you?
Yeah, the Royal. Well, this is the brush that I put together years ago when the first time I launched Paint Fusion. Many years ago, and it's such a good brush set that Crafters Companion just keeps selling it as the brush set. And the reason it's good is that it's a synthetic bristle, so don't think that. To be honest, a lot of people aren't buying animal bristles now anyway, because you don't need to for that, you know, to get the quality anymore. So synthetic bristle, it works great with watercolours and acrylics.
Okay.
It's great because it holds lots of water, but it's got lots of snap. Can you see how it snaps back into shape? That's what you want. That makes life a lot easier for you guys. Find filaments that hold lots of water if you wanted to, but that will snap and spring back into its original shape. There, you've got a flat brush there for your draw the line.
Draw the line,
And these two are your workout ones. This I'll use more than any of them. For all the colouring I did today, I used that one. That number 6 was the one, my go-to for just about everything I was doing today. This is for your fine detail, but because they're such good brushes, they all form a really good point.
Yeah.
So even detail, you can go in with detail with a good brush. So never leave them standing in water.
Okay.
Don't leave them standing in water because they'll curl, the ends will curl. When you're cleaning them, don't pounce them up and down like this to get them clean. You don't need to, just swoosh them like this.
Yeah.
And if you need to, get a little bit of hard soap and get your nail like this and get into the little nooks and crannies, into this bit, the ferrule bit, this they call it, and lie them flat to dry. Preferably, the best way to dry them is like that, but it's not many ways you can do that. You need to rig them up. So lie them flat to dry. They're a great set and they'll stand you for years. But this as well, I have bought so many of these watercolouring. If you like what we're doing and you're liking the way I'm using the watercolours and teaching you all these things, this is a great thing to have, because there's times that if you want to go bigger, when we're going to be going to do more mixed media and things going forward, we're going to want little puddles of a little bit more quantity of paint in there, acrylic paints in there, mediums in there. But even today, when I scribbled in with my pen, it meant I could just save that ink because it'll dry and I can re-wet it. So anything that will re-wet, you're saving it by not doing it on your craft mat where you're just going to, or your glass mat that you're going to have to wipe it up for. So hopefully that's let you see the value in those ones and why I think they're a really cool set.
Certainly has, and a great way to wrap things up. We've only got a minute and a half left. So before we go, demo of the day
is
3.
It's that one we just done.
Yay! Fan-blooming-tastic. Well, I think you'll all agree it's been another marvellous day. I know I've only been part of one of the shows today, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. 3 fab shows. When are you back, Sheena?
I'm back next week.
Oh, nice.
I am, yeah. Yes. And then I'm back the week after.
Oh, yay!
Yay, I know.
Yeah. Well, we'll look forward to it.
Thank you, me too.
And in the meantime, go and watch some Monk.
I will, and you go listen to it somewhere down the Leisure River.
I certainly will. I might even listen to it on my way home. Thank you so much to team today. Sheena, always brilliant. I mean, Sheena Wednesdays, put them in your diary. You learn so much. And we'll do this again next week as well. If you guys love us, let us know in the comments if you loved the Essentials Corner. It's a nice way to sort of sit down at the end of the day, ask the questions that perhaps, you know, we don't get a chance to on a hectic show, but brilliant. Evelyn says, thank you so much for answering all my questions. You're welcome. That's what we're here for. And Carleen saying, this was my second time watching Sheena. I am blown away by the knowledge and techniques. Thanks a mil. Well, thanks a mil to all you guys for watching. Thank you to the team as well. As always, working terribly hard to bring all of these amazing shows to you. So thanks to everyone here today. Thank you to you for watching. And do join us tomorrow. Oh, double trouble tomorrow. It's me, it's Craig, it's a Thursday, it's Cartload. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you can join us all day. Until then, make sure you check out your baskets. Have a brilliant rest of your Wednesday. Bye for now.